So 2 weeks ago, you all have heard of Daniel's story and his family tradition where he spent time with his family watching television shows together, and I found it quite heartwarming and quite familiar. So today I want to share with you all a similar story, but instead of spending quality time watching television with my family tradition is a little more boring. At the time, when I was living with my family, I never really appreciated this little tradition that we have, but after moving away from them and coming to Cal Poly, I realized how important it was to me and how it shaped my identity by helping me stay connected with my family. First of all, you guys all must be curious what this tradition is. It's actually quite simple. Basically, like every normal human being, you would spend time eating. You would have dinner with your family at a dinner table. But the twist is, for my family tradition, we have to share at least one thing about what's going on that day. It could be anything, something like they have experienced or they learn, or just that something that they simply want to rant about. As long as you share one thing, or else you're not allowed to leave the table. I know it sounds kind of unusual, but we have this tradition because my family is very busy. There isn't a lot of time in our lives when we can get together and share a lot of quality times together. So this is like a way where we force everyone to be together and then have a little connection. Well, however, before coming to Cal Poly, I had a very different opinion about this tradition. When I lived with my family, I thought of them as very I thought they were very controlling of my life, and they've always pushed me to do things that I wasn't very comfortable with. I had a very introvert lifestyle, and they would often try to get me to go outside, so much that sometimes they would literally turn off the electricity of the entire house just so that I would stop using my electronics. So, like, when I first applied for college, I even tried to apply for out-of-state college, like UMass and Boston University, just to get away from my parents. But now that I'm in college, I'm at Cal Poly. I'm in a unfamiliar environment, and I'm experiencing tougher challenges. And there isn't really anyone here besides my friend who I can really talk to or vent about my struggles and issues. So I have decided to contact my family, and when I did, I realized how important the family tradition was to me, because I realized how much things I had missed about information I've missed about my family. For example, about a week ago when I FaceTimed my parents, my mom told me about my brother who just started high school and he was struggling with grades. I kind of wish that I was there personally to give him advice, because I know that he listens to me more than he does listen to my parents. And on top of that, my mom also told me about my cousin who suddenly left without a word to pursue his romantic interest in a country God knows where. He barely gave anyone his contact information, and my uncle was very traumatized because he had a brother who also had a similar experience, except for it ended in a suicidal disaster. At the same time, I also really miss the food that we always had at our dinner table. You don't really kind of get this kind of like homemade Chinese food you find here in Cal Poly, and being able to eat with your family, there's a sense of wholesomeness that you can't get eating when you eat with your friends or just eating by yourself. So today, as the first round of speech is about to come to an end, I wish that you would all take something away from all the speeches that we have been listening to in the past few weeks, because I realized that there's a certain trend amongst everyone's speech, and is that everyone talked about their family or really like to talk about their experience with their family. I have made a mistake in the past of not taking advantage of my time with my family because I have wished to be independent or alone. But after coming to Cal Poly, I realized how much family have shaped my identity as a person, and now I could never really get away from talking about them, talking about myself without talking about them. And sometimes I think to myself that perhaps having someone controlling, watching over you all the time is better than being alone, always alone. And that's what my family tradition showed me. Thank you.